going on, Beetle Cat family? You know who we are, baby. We got a card in our hands. This is JC, and I'm Mel. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the card. Let's just see what we got so far. It's an exciting card. There's good fighters in here fighting. There's Kamaru Usman, Liam Edwards, Costa, Luke Rockhold, there's Taibua. There's a bunch of fellas in here. There's money to be made. The card is a little bit tricky though. Because the son of bitches are picking the ones that could potentially, actually, 90% of the time win the fights. But in some of them, we may digress. So we're gonna start with the first one. It's an early prelim, and it's a flyweight between Da Silva versus Altamirano. This is not our pick, but we can all agree maybe that Altamirano may get this one, and the reason why I feel that way is because not only does this guy have some submission skills, he's never been knocked out.
The only thing that I think that Da Silva can win is if he catches with something flashy that he usually do. That's the only thing.
Pretty much. So that's not our pick, so no reason to stay around this fight. We're going to move to the next one, which by the way is not our pick either. It's a bantamweight fight between
Achille.
Oh my god, I have no idea how he pronounces that. And versus Perrin. And what do you think about this one, though?
I think that Achille can take it with the wrestling and with his good jab, but you know, Perrin is a guy that if he can implement his wrestling, he can win it, but his hands are not so good, you know, so it depends on how Achille defense, takedown defense shows tomorrow. If he shows a good takedown defense like in the past, he can win it. If not, we can see like 15 minutes of Perrin wrestling, you know. So it's a near peaking fight, so there is no reason to bet, you know, in that one either.
So we're gonna move to the third fight of the night, and it's a flyweight. That's between Albasi versus Francisco Figueiredo, the brother of the famous, infamous Figueiredo, up the champ himself. Alright, so not gonna lie, Francisco Figueiredo last fight, he didn't do so bad, he's been improving. But then they are throwing him Albasi. This, if he's able to bypass this guy, then he may be up to something greater down the road. This is the toughest guy they are throwing him right now, just to test him out. That's what I believe. If he passes Albasi, which we think he might not do, because we've seen this guy is a beast fighting. But let's see. Let's see if the stars align and if he's able to capitalize.
Yes, sir.
But again, this is not our pick. We kind of recommend, if you guys want to do it, go for Albasi or go for inside the distance, or no decision, whatever. Because somebody's going to get their lights out here. And we believe it's going to be Figueiredo. Alright, so the next fight of the night is going to be a welterweight bout between Fletcher versus Loza. And this is a good one, fellas. What are you thinking here?
I think that Fletcher can take it with his wrestling, but Loza showed that he has good takedown defense, and also he loves to kick the legs. But this is something that can go against him, because when you are fighting against a wrestler, when you start throwing kicks, they can get your leg and you're going to be down. So,
they can time it. They can time it and get that leg.
But also Loza has a big reach advantage. So you know he can fight behind his jab and he can win it. So we have to see what is the game plan that Fletcher has. But Fletcher is real dynamic, but also his tank is not so good. And we have seen Loza go the 15 rounds, no problem, even in short notice.
Yeah.
So, no.
So he, in other words, this is not our pick, and Fletcher needs to quickly take down Loza.
Yeah.
And in the first 2 rounds, secure a ground and pound out of this world.
No,
and we really don't believe that's going to happen, because Loza is a very strong individual. But Fletcher has a chance. If he is able to do it at least once and put him in there,
he can submit it or do something crazy.
He can do something crazy. But if they go the distance in punching, Fletcher's going to get absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
So the next fight is going to be a featherweight bout between Woodson versus Saldana. Now the line here, it's a little bit
wide.
wide. And if you take a good look at Wilson, I've
The
been
guy
telling
is
this to
no
you. See,
minus 350.
yeah, his physical proportions
Yeah.
are not logical for a
I don't
human
know
being.
how he can make the 145.
It's crazy. Look how long this guy's
Yeah,
legs
crazy.
are.
Yeah.
And my point to Yassi was that if he decides to actually fight a good fight, there's not much that Saldana can do to this guy. But then again, you cannot count out Saldana all of a sudden like that, because regardless, it's will versus will in here. And Saldana may be up to something, may take this guy to the ground, and may catch him with a flashy hit, and it's gonna be over for Wilson. Wilson is improving his game, but let's just see what happens. It's not our pick, but if you're recommending somebody, Saldana, right? So the next fight of the night is going to be a lightweight bout.
And our first pick of the night.
And our first pick of the night, he said it, between Santos versus Gordon. Now, Gordon here is has a disadvantage when it comes to the striking distance. But there's an advantage that he has. He's far younger, stronger than Santos. Santos is like over the 40s right now.
43, I think, 44.
Yeah, 42. He's 42. And Gordon, still a baby, man, 33 years old. He's still on his prime. And I don't think Santos is going to be able to keep up.
We saw that in the last fight, Santos got out against Clay Guida in the second round. So imagine go wrestling for 10 minutes with Gordon, how it's going to be in the third round. You know, I don't think that he is anymore like fighting. I think that he wants to show for a check. You know, maybe retire.
On the table, yeah. Or
but
some more, a little bit more money for his retirement account. I believe that too. So it is what it is. We're picking Gordon in this one. That's our first pick. And the next fight of the night is a heavyweight bout between Tybura versus Romanov. Now this fight,
really a banger.
it's a banger, and we're kind of confused here, just a little bit. Romanov, you all know this guy is a monster.
Yes, sir.
But he's not going against an easy guy either.
Yes, sir.
So this is good. I think, yes, they believe Romanov is going to do it, but they are throwing somebody in the way of Romanov.
That is tough.
That is tough, and if
Romanov
don't gas out. And if Romanov is able to knock out this guy as quickly as possible, or is able to finish him,
but it's gonna be ugly in the third round.
yeah.
I think that people have underestimated Tybura, and Tybura is also a black belt in BJJ, so he's not a fish out of water, you know.
No.
So I think that it can. I like Romanov here, but I don't think that he's minus 400. You know, like all of the people are going with the hype, but like we always say, you have to bet with your brain, not with your heart. So you know, we think that Roman is gonna win it, but we haven't seen so good what happened when he went to the third round. Remember the fight that he won against the name of the guy that he's from Spain. I forgot his name. He's a heavyweight. That the other guy kneed him on his balls and he lost the fight. I forgot his name. Juan Espino. Juan Espino. So, you know, in the third round he was super gas out. That's the reason that now he's not waiting at 260. Look how he's waiting now, 239. So he wants to have more cardio. We have to see how he looks, you know. I think that he's going to take it, but I'm not running the chance of my
What I think is, what I honestly believe is going to happen is Romanov is going to take this guy to the ground, and it's going to be a ground and pound clinic, and that's it. I think it's going to be over right there and there. Tybura can turn the tables. He can flip the tables by striking the guy in the stand up, and then rocking him to the point where he could feel the hurt, and then try to capitalize on that. If Tybura hurts this guy and does not go for the kill of Romanov, he's going to lose this fight. That's what I think. I think Romanov is a much stronger individual when it comes to the ground. But then again, his tank is not so well proven. So JC is 100% correct there. So we're going to move to the next fight. And it's going to be our second pick of the night. It's between Pedro. It's a light heavyweight bout between Pedro versus Hunsucker. Alright, so what do you think of this fight, Rich?
This is another free fight for Tyson Pedro. Remember that he was out for 2 years. He beat the guy from CBS, Villanueva. So
Mm.
now they are giving another guy, to building again. Remember this guy trained with Adesanya, Tuivasa, Volkanovski, so you know how they are really friendly, so they wanted to build in him again. I think that Tyson Fury is gonna win it real easy first round TKO. But the first bet that you can bet it over here, you can bet the under 1.5, but it's minus 400. So if you think that Tyson Fury is gonna win, the best way is bet it inside the distance because it's only minus 200. You are telling me that a guy that is minus 800 cannot KO a guy. That line is stupid. So that's our second pick of the night, Tyson Pedro inside the distance. That means that he can win by KO, TKO, or submission. The only thing that we lose the bet if a home soccer win it or Tyson Pedro win by decision.
Yep.
So
So you heard it right there. So alright. So the next fight of the night is a women's bantamweight bout between
I don't know how this fight is in the main.
Yanan versus Pudilova. I think they're just using this fight as a filler because they didn't have anything
I
else.
would prefer to have Taibura against Romano in the main card than this fight. I think that they put it because they are women, and they have to have like women in the main card. I don't know,
Maybe. All right. So
there's no picking this one, guys.
we're not picking any of these girls, but then
They
again,
really suck.
Pudilova has a chance to take it. But you know how women's IQ sometimes they go, the other one start punching them. They know that they're not better than the other one, and they try to punch them back. My ego has been hurt, so she's pulling my hair. I'm gonna pull her hair too. It is what it is. It's not always the case, but it's happening a lot. So I'm hoping that Pudilova can notice what's gonna happen to her and adjust it up to the situation, just the same as Janan. So we're not picking any of these girls in here. So the next fight of the night is gonna be a bantamweight bout between the legend himself, Jose Aldo versus Meradashvili. Alright, so you see, I'm gonna let you tell me this one.
I think that this fight can go two ways. Jose Aldo knock out Darashvili in the second round, or Darashvili wrestle Jose Aldo for 3 rounds. And I think that Darashvili is gonna do it. The first thing that I have to tell you guys, Jose Aldo made weight, but he didn't look, as good as he always does. So that's maybe a concern. And another thing that you have to think about Darashvili, this guy is a machine, as his nickname. He goes takedown after takedown after takedown. I think that he has the record for more takedowns in the UFC in that division because we know who is the man of the takedown, the ego, Nurmagomedov. I think that this is gonna be a tough fight. So the best bet and our pick in this one is over 2.5. I think that this fight, one way or another one, go to decision. So it's better to have the over.
Yeah.
So you don't mind what the judges want to do,
Yeah, we're picking this one by the over 2.5.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it. So the next fight and this one,
It's the luck of the
it's the
night.
luck of the night, and I've been looking forward for this. I've been looking forward to see
Your
Rocco
guy.
returning, and I'm looking forward to see Paulo Costa returning. The last time that he fought, he didn't fight that bad, but there's a couple of things that he didn't use when he usually fights. So let's just see if he implements that now. He has the opportunity to do this now. This is free
That's
money
your
for
guy.
him right now. No, not my
That's
guy.
your guy.
Not my guy, but
no,
I
no.
believe he's got potential to be a champion.
Your
but-
boyfriend, your boyfriend.
But as of late, he's been fighting very slow.
I think that he's gonna KO Rockhold.
Yeah, Rockhold has a chin made out of crystal, so we all
5
anticipate
years
that.
without fighting.
And yeah, he's 37 years old. The last time he fought, I think it was against Romero, and Romero destroyed him in a fraction of a second. So he's fighting Costa now. Costa fights a little bit similar to Romero, not as tough as he is though. Now, difference here is Costa is younger, way younger
and tough.
than Rockhold, and tougher.
And he doesn't have so many injuries that Rockhold because of age he has.
So we are, no disrespect to Rockhold. Rockhold was a champion. And
I think that he's coming.
He was one tough son of a bitch. But his weakness has always been exposing himself to his opponents and giving them the face.
Yeah.
And his chin is not out that top. He's the talk of the talk when it comes to the shit. So, and Costa's gonna take this one by knockout. Hopefully I'm wrong, and still Costa wins, but not my knockout. He does not need another knockout on his resume, but that's what we believe is coming. So, and the next fight and main event of the evening, baby, is the fight for the belt. Everybody has been waiting for this one, including me. It's my homeboy Usman versus Leon Edwards. Now, Leon Edwards here is an incredible underdog. He's so underdog that I believe the whole universe believes he's going to lose this one. It's going to surprise everybody if he wins it. But I believe he's not going to win this one. And the reason for that is because I don't think he's ready for Usman. I saw Leon Edwards fighting Nate Diaz, fighting.
He didn't show
something like to be the equivalent to Usman. Usman is on a level that I believe I was never gonna say this. He's on a level that he's almost untouchable. In order for you to beat this guy, you gotta beat the guys, and he hasn't done that.
And you have to broke it because like Usman has a will and he has a toughness that is incredible, man. Like how this guy,
This is the thing about Usman. He's a complete fighter. He can take a punch. Has some mission skills. Can actually knock you out now.
And can
wrestle you.
And have the biggest tent in the world.
And have the biggest tent in his weight class.
Remember last year when he fought against Covington. Covington has one of the best.
The second best tank in the fucking game.
And Kamaru Usman was fresher than Covington in the 5th round. That's something incredible, you know. Like you can see, like Usman, you know, is in another level. And if you see the first fight, I think that it's gonna play out again. I don't think that Usman is so stupid that it's gonna be landing and changing blows.
He's gonna switch it up and then he's gonna try to go for the takedown for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I believe he should do.
Yeah, no.
However,
he's not stupid, you know.
However, I do believe even on the stand-up, he's gonna rock Edwards.
I don't think so. I think that Edwards is so much technical than Usman that no. I think that if I tell you the truth, I think that Leon Edwards is the most technical guy in the UFC right now.
Yeah.
Like his technique, if you see it, bro, it's like doing karate. Something like nice, you know, how he throwing everything, you know, the combination.
Yeah, but that's the thing, getting caught by Nate Diaz the way he did.
Yeah, that was in the 5th round. That show you that, you know, like, it's not the same. And you know how Kamaru Usman fight. He has like a tank that can go for a day. So when he go with that pressure all the time, it's not the same, you know. That's
Alright, so this is our 5th pick of the night, and it's a main event. You usually don't do this,
yes,
but since it is such an assured that we're gonna get this fight, that Kamaru Usman is gonna take it for sure.
yes, sir.
It's easy money, baby. But however, if you guys, out of the 5 picks, you win the first 4, my recommendation is either bet very little on that 5th round, on that 5th fight, or just don't.
Enjoy.
If you have made those 4, out of those 5 fights, you have made 4, just get out, you know, have a beer, drink,
Enjoy.
not bet on everything, and then we could be mistaken because it's hard. These are human beings. You cannot completely count on Leon Edwards because something will happen,
Yes,
you
sir.
know. But you're responsible for that. I mean, I'll probably be out after my 3rd winning fight. What you want? Hopefully. Alright, so let's revisit the picks. So the first pick of the night is Santos. Not Santos. It's Gordon. The second one is going to be Pedro by Inside the Distance. The third pick is going to be between Aldo versus Dallas. Really, it's an over 2.5. And the 4th pick is going to be Costa. And the 5th is Usman. Simple as that. So that's all the picks. Hopefully you guys if you guys got anything different to say, you can post in the comments, say something. And we can discuss about it. We would like to hear what you guys have to say. You know, it's like we've been wrong before, we could be wrong again. But then again, most of the times we've been positive. So there you have it. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, this is gonna be our new winning streak. We are going with a vengeance, so don't get caught if we sweep this card because we are coming hard, baby. To smoke the bookies.
To smoke the bookies.
What time it is?
Money time, motherfucker. Money time! Catch you later, boys!